guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm currently having my nighttime tea and it is April 1st, so it's time for me to do my March wrap up. I read 8 books in the month of March. This is my stack. I have my tea in my cute bee mug and I have cookies. I don't really know. I've been looking forward to this moment all day today. I read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is a very popular book. Everybody knows everything about it. It is a classic and a romance that follows Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth. Mr. Darcy is kind of this like rich, arrogant guy looking for a wife because he has all this money, but he's low-key a little lonely. He meets Elizabeth. She is looking for someone to have her hand in marriage, but not really, like it's not that deep for her. But Mr. Darcy is pining after her. She doesn't really know about this. We as readers know about this. That's really the premise of this book. Y'all know I'm obsessed with slow burn yearning, and that's what this whole book was. Just a bunch of pining, a bunch of tension and rejection and groveling. It was so good. That's really all I have to say about it though. It's not a new favorite of mine. Like I wasn't obsessed fiending over this book, but I did enjoy my time reading it. I read this book and the next 2 books in my Reading Romance for a week vlog, so. Oh my goodness. Veronica Speedwell, book 7. I literally love life. Like, that's what this series makes me feel like. Like, I love living. I love being alive. This book and this whole series is about a lepidopterist, aka a butterfly hunter, named Veronica Speedwell, and her companion Stoker, who's like a natural historian and taxidermist, solving all of these weird little mysteries throughout London together while being obsessed with each other. That's what the whole series is, and I'm obsessed with every single minute, every single page of it. So obviously, of course, I love this book. But y'all know how I feel about this series. Y'all know that I can't stop talking about it. I actually will probably make a series review or something, just a video of me ranting about this series specifically very, very soon. Hopefully this month, because I'm on the last 2 books of the series and I know I'm going to finish them by the end of this month. Simply because I'm insufferable and extremely and shamelessly loud about everything that I love. So can't wait for that. Then I read The Dude Gets Desperate by Deanna Quincy. I don't even want to talk about it for real. Not good, bro. Not good. I talked about it in my Reading Romance Books or Week vlog. I went extensively into the details about why I did not like this book, why it just did not work for me. And y'all know I'm a romance girly. Like, all of the books that are this size and cover specifically, all of my Beverly Jenkins books, my mass market paperback of Vanessa Riley romance books, all of those hit for me. So to get a mass market paperback and it's not good. But I already talked about why I didn't like it. This book is about a girl who inherits this castle from her cousin that she never met before. And she goes to the castle and there she meets her cousin's stepson. And they fall in love. And it's supposed to be set in like the 1700s. And they're casually hooking up, ? Y'all know I don't like lusty romance books. I love soulmatism, drawn out tension, drawn out obsession, drawn out boy obsessed vibes, slow burn friends to lovers. That's my cup of tea, if you will. No pun intended. I don't get enough credit for my humor. That's just not my vibe in romance books ever, and that's really what this book was, which is a little shocking because it is a historical romance, and they definitely weren't doing all that. I've heard a lot of people like it, so you may like it, but I don't want to go on and on about it, and I didn't like it because I hate talking about books that I didn't like. I'm not that much of a hater. Then we read a book that was in fact for me. Everything else that I read, that was literally the only flop of the month. Before and after that, back-to-back bangers. Like, I was not reading a single bad book. So then after that, I read the Dallergut Dream Department Store. This book also counts for my Around the World challenge. for Korea. So I'm trying to read a book from every single country in the world. It's translated fiction about this dream department store in which people, when they're asleep, in their subconscious, they go to this store that they buy dreams from. And we're mainly following Penny, who works at the front desk of this department store. At the beginning of the book, she's interviewing for the job, and then the rest of the book is about her at the job, the customers that she serves, the things that she's learning about the subconsciousness and dreams and how they relate. This was one of my favorite books of the month. Like I said, it explored the subconsciousness, the impact that dreams could have on a person's life, which I really, really liked about this book. It mingles characters from the dream department store with characters in real life and shows how Penny and the other characters that work at the dream department store play a role in the characters' lives in real life. You meet a few characters here and there that end up intertwining and mingling and falling in love and chasing their dreams and all of this stuff because of the workers at the dream department store. And it's just so wholesome and cute. This was such a fun time and such an easy read. I feel like anybody of really any age would like this book. I really, really like this little book. Like, this was so good to me. Then I read A Botanist's Guide to Parties and Poisons by Khavari. Oh, by the way, this book was written by Miye. This is a mystery book about a girl named Saffron who is a botanist. She is a research assistant for Dr. Maxwell. They end up going to this like fancy dinner with all of their colleagues, getting ready for this expedition to the Amazon rainforest when a lady drops dead. And Dr. Maxwell gets blamed for it. And Saffron is like committed to proving his innocence. Such a quick-paced, fun little mystery book. And I was in such a mystery mood. So that was perfect for when I read it. And also, I just loved Saffron as a main character and like the whole plot that was going on, because sometimes because of Saffron's connection to Dr. Maxwell, you kind of question whether or not she was a reliable narrator, which I love in mystery books. I love the unreliable narrator trope. So I love that that was a little bit of a plot within here. There was a subplot of romance, which I did like. I did have a very fun time reading this book, and it just scratched the itch that I needed scratched at the moment. Next, I read Queen Charlotte by Shonda Rhimes and Julia Quinn. What do I say about this book? Like, this is a film to book adaptation. So this book was written based off of the show, and it's basically word for word what happens in the show happened in the book, which I loved. Like, let's not make this difficult. It's following Charlotte and George, who end up marrying each other for a little bit of an alliance between their two countries. And it's a marriage of convenience, obviously. There's like this plot going on in which George has secrets that he's keeping from Charlotte, obviously get exposed throughout the book. And it's just following their marriage. Like, there's not much of the book where they aren't married. My favorite scene in the book was definitely the garden wall scene, which was my favorite scene in the show. George served boy obsessed, y'all. Served boy obsessed. And at the end of the day, guys, if a man isn't obsessed in love with me, like Stoker is with Veronica, George is with Charlotte, Mr. Darcy is with Elizabeth, marriage is simply not for me. Like, appreciate it. Thank you, though. He gave boy obsessed. Like, they will be in the middle of an argument and Charlotte will storm away. He's walking right after her. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he was applying pressure. He was obsessed with that woman. Love that for her. Period, Queenie. No pun intended. Dude, I'm on a roll today. I enjoyed it. It was just a fun, quick read for me. Had a good time. Then I read Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. When I tell you guys, I picked this book up on a whim for absolutely no reason after seeing it at the library while I was on my shift. And it's literally probably my favorite book of the year as of now. And definitely a new favorite book of all time. This book is a techno-engineering thriller. It's about us using the power of biologically engineering species to bring back prehistoric animals from extinction, specifically focusing on dinosaurs. Jurassic Park is created in which all of these biologically engineered dinosaurs are breeded and released into the wild in Jurassic Park. It's following a couple different scientists, paleontologists, paleobotanists, and some of the investors and creators of Jurassic Park as things start to go wrong. It is so good. I feel like this is a book that literally anybody would read and love. I do not see people hating on this book. And if you do hate this book, literally don't tell me. Like, ever. Don't ever tell me that. Because this book is like everything to me. It was absolutely phenomenal. The thriller aspect was a really good part of this book, but that was not like the entirety of the book. There was so much more going on than just the thriller aspect of it, which I loved. There was such a good development of morals and themes through the story, through the nuances of characters and their personalities and different like odd little traits that they had, odd little habits that they had. So many good quotes about science and the abuse of it. Oh my gosh, it was just so good. Like, it was just so good. Oh, I did also just buy a chunk of Michael Crichton books from the library book sale for literally $3. I'm actually going to show you those, so just in case you read some of them, you know, let me know which ones I should read first. Hold up, I'm going to go grab them. These are the Michael Crichton books that I bought. If you've read any of these, let me know which one I should read next. So good, so well written. I don't think that the movie did it justice. So if you've watched the movie, you should still 100% read the book because there's so much more to the book that's not in the movie. So go read the book. Love this book down. Last but not least, I finally finished Dune by Frank Herbert. Yes, this book has been through it. I mean, like, the cover's ripped, the cover's bent, the spine is cracked. It's gone through it, but at the end of the day, it was read, and that's what matters. This book is following mainly the House of Atreides and their son, Paul, who is sent to this desert planet called Arrakis.
Hey, I'm just waking up. I also meant to say that they were sent to Arrakis because of their, like, arch enemies, the Harkonnens. So the Harkonnen house is going against the Atreides house. They have beef. Also meant to say that that's pretty important.
It's set in a very, very far future in which, like, current humanity is kind of forgotten and they don't really talk about us for real. Arrakis is a desert planet that produces this spice that kind of keeps the whole universe afloat. I know it's a lot of capitalism going on in this book, and I think that's really all you need to know to start this book, because everything else about this book is so good to be slowly revealed to you. Like, I don't think you should know a lot about this book going into it. But this book also follows Paul as he learns about the prophet that he's supposed to be, and as the prophecy comes to pass. It's so good. I think that's really all you need to know to start this book. Don't read the back. Just listen to me. Listen to me. I really liked this book. It greatly explored corruption and ecology throughout this story that was somewhat centered around religion. And to me, this book also beautifully showed love within violence, life within death, beauty within so much ugly destruction, and also how sometimes destruction can be a very beautiful thing. The audiobook experience was great, which did help me get through a good chunk of this book. I listened to the audiobook while crocheting. There was a full cast, music, sound effects. So if you're having a hard time getting through this book, pick up the audiobook. I really don't get how people get bored while reading this book. I really don't. Maybe it's because I read all of these other books in the midst of reading this book that every time I came back to it, it felt fun and fresh. But I was never bored, and I had a really fun time reading it. I mean, I love the political intrigue. I love the, like, slither, barely an inch of romance that we got. And I love the whole plot line. I loved how all of the problems of this world was slowly revealed throughout these, like, 900 pages. I just really enjoyed it. I will say, though, if your taste in sci-fi and fantasy is very action-packed stories, with a lot going on, a lot of fights, a lot of like drama, you probably won't like this book because it's so much more about the scheming and planning and morals and subtleties about the world than about the actual plot, if that makes sense. So I finally read Dune. I really liked it. I do plan on continuing the rest of the series on my own terms, at my own whim. It's not a priority necessarily, but I do plan to slowly get through the rest of this series because I do need to know what happens next. Biggest accomplishment of the month. Favorite book of the month. The most fun book of the month. And of course, honorable mention for the lovely Veronica Speedwell. But I mean, I can't give her my favorite spot every single month. That was everything that I read in the month of March. It was a great reading month, honestly. Literally only one flop that killed my vibe for a second. And yeah, those are all the books that I read in the month of March. I am hoping that I have a great reading month in April as well. I'm starting off the month with the 8th book of the Veronica Speedwell series. I had an amazing reading month. Let me know if you've read any of these books or what you read in the month of March. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon.